Hey, what's up, boys? Today we're testing out Battlelord and Enduring Blow, the updated versions on the PTR. And as you can see here, interesting things of Enduring Blow is you actually, like, if you get the Enduring Blow proc, it adds to your existing Colossal Smash. So hypothetically, you could get like a 16, well, because Colossal Smash normally lasts 10 seconds, you get like a 16-second Colossal Smash. Pretty crazy. It feels okay. I think it's going to get pretty overshadowed by the legendary I show next, the new Battlelord. And I think it's really changed my opinion on, my last video when I was just testing Condemn, the Exploiter. Still feels crazy. I don't know if these are better, but these are actually really, really close. Like this one in particular, Enduring Blow, is kind of meh. I think it has some applications. Um, and you can see here, like you can proc it onto a target and still sweeping, right? And I think in a second, yeah, we'll see we sweeping and we get it on the second target too. So it's sort of like having Warbreaker. Warbreaker is 10 seconds. This is a 25% chance to get it. So still pretty good in my opinion. It's a 45-second cooldown that you can proc. And if you get lucky with procs, you have it for a while. And it does actually proc off Mortal Combo as well. I tested that. So it has some nice synergies there. With a bit more haste than I have at the moment, you're probably looking at something like, you can get 4 Mortal Strikes every 20 seconds. Sorry, like 5 Mortal Strikes every 20 seconds, 25 seconds. So you're probably going to get 1 every 20 seconds, to be honest. Bad explanation by me, but yeah. Looking at it at the moment, I think it's quite powerful. Uh, it's definitely, I would say if this came out right now as it is, um, with how our current exploiter, current Battlelord Unhinged, I would definitely consider running this as Kyrian as like a single target alternative to Unhinged. I think it's actually quite nice. Like the burst damage you get's pretty cool. And if you see there, we like mortal comboed it on the main target, and we got it sweepings on the other target. So you can get pretty good uptime on it, especially with sweeping. So yeah, that's that one. Bit meh. Now to look at the one that everyone's interested in. So they moved Slam and put it on Overpower. So every time you overpower, you have a 40% chance to get pretty much half cost on your Mortal Strike, and it pretty much resets the cooldown on it. So if you see here, I'm trying my hardest not to do Condemn, right? But you look at how much rage I have when it procs a lot. It actually has crazy good usability as Venthir and Kyrian. As Venthir, what you get is you just get so much more rage. Like a lot of your rage issues are gone. Because the big issue with Venthir before is you're dumping all these condemns and you still need to get this Mortal Strike, right? But every time you get one of these Mortal Strike procs, you get to pretty much like, still do your rotation, still do good damage outside of your condemn windows. And because you're getting the Mortal Strike proc, you have a lot of rage, which means you can ignore pain, or you can slam whatever, you can condemn more. But I think the big thing that people didn't consider is, so Overpower has, I think, a small percentage, like 0, maybe 1% chance per rage to reset. So because Mortal Strike costs less rage, you have more rage you can spend on everything else, meaning you get more overpower procs. So it has this synergy where you can essentially just keep getting overpower procs, and if you're lucky, you get them into more Mortal Strikes, and it kind of just keeps continuing from there, right? If you see the procs, like if you don't get them, it's pretty unlucky. It's 40% chance, so pretty high chance here. But if you do get these on your burst windows, and when you condemn, you get an overpower reset as well. It feels really, really good, especially with Mortal Combo. So like if you're Mortal Combo at the moment, it's like a 15, 40, 14% chance to get a second Mortal Strike. You're just going to hit more Mortal Combos every game because you're just doing more Mortal Strikes every game because the cooldown's resetting and you have no rage issues. Secondly, this makes your like using Ignore Pain a lot easier on Venthir. But even like, I think Kyrian, this is going to be really nice in. I think this would be a perfect legendary for the new Necrolord. It just gives you high consistent damage, just pretty much all game. And yeah, there's not really any downside to it. I actually really like playing this. This is probably the best feeling legendary apart from Unhinged. So, what are my thoughts and opinions on these legendaries? Let's go through Enduring Blow first. I think this is okay. I don't think this is amazing. I'd say it's probably on the same power level as Exploiter pre buff, unhinged like as it is, and still like a lot better than the rest of these legendaries. So I don't know if I would run this, but with more haste, if you're running a verse haste build, this is really nice because you get more mortal strikes because haste, the cooldown of mortal strike is linked to your haste, right? So if you have really high haste, 25% haste or something, maybe later seasons or something, this is like a 4-second cooldown. You get pretty much a guaranteed Colossal Smash. So you get like almost 2 Colossal Smashes a game every 45 seconds if you're running 2 Overpowers. What I could see this being really good with is, if we have a full haste build with In for the Kill and Anger Management, you're just proccing freaking Colossal Smash on everyone. It's just proccing so often, you're doing heaps of Mortal Strikes. I think what's really interesting, a bit of speculation, if we can wield 2 legendaries, this combination is going to be absolutely bonkers. Like, Overpower resets your Mortal Strike, and then each Mortal Strike you do has a chance to apply Colossal Smash, and then you get like a reset on it, and then you get another one, and just this synergy is insane. I think the rest will be pretty much put to shame, except for maybe the utility ones. Unhinged, I think, doesn't even compare to Battlelord. I think Battlelord is like, unless you're really getting that full sweep, you're relying on that huge burst. I think still in like TSG, you'd probably still run Unhinged, but Battlelord just feels amazing. It is honestly probably the best feeling legendary you have. Firstly, because it resets your Mortal Strike cooldown, which is always annoying. It's 5 seconds, so you get it like instantly back, and then you get rage off it, so it's 15 rage, which means you have more rage to do everything else. Just perfect. And when you use rage, where is it? Let me find Tactician. When you use rage, like 1.4% chance per rage spent. So if you're running Venthir, right, it's a really high chance that you get your overpower back. So you can get another 40% chance to reset Mortal Strike. Same thing with Ignore Pain. Ignore Pain's not linked to overpower because it's damaging abilities. But like Slam, and all these other abilities, you just get them for free. Like you just get more free Mortal Strikes or half off Mortal Strikes. I'm really, really excited for this. I think this is really a match for the new Exploiter. I'm not sure which one's better yet. I feel like this is definitely going to be better for like single target burst clears, but this consistent damage is insane. You just have Mortal Strike all the time. Your rotation feels so good. It's sort of like playing like last season, as much as last season sucked when you had like 35 haste, 30% haste and stuff, and that tactician sort of legendary. What was it called? Azurite power that did something very similar to this. It felt great. So I think this is definitely a candidate for best legendary so far. I think this is going to be really, really good. And as much as like I feel like Exploit is going to get nerfed because it's just too much single target damage in like burst, but I'm very. This doesn't look like the type of thing that would get nerfed, but it's like sleeper insane. Like when you actually play it, like let's look at that again. When you actually play it, like you just get the proc so often. And if you're like Kyrian, this is your 2 big abilities, right? And if you're Condemn, you get to press other abilities as well, and just it's nuts, just absolutely nuts. So I think looking for at a candidate for potentially like one of my favorite legendaries, and I just think this is going to scale really well. It's going to work really well with other legendaries that exist. It's kind of crazy that this wasn't like if they released this at the start, Warriors would be even more insane than they are now because this just feels so good to use. The single target, the rotational elements. I don't know if it's actually stronger than Exploiter, but I guarantee you, if you have access to the PTR, which you can just sign up, it's all free, everyone does. Go try and make this and just feel it out because it feels great. Your rotation is just like butter now. You just have so many things you can press. You just get another one, cool, and then you spend some rage and you get more, and the whole thing just like lines up so nicely. So I'm really, really excited about these changes. I'm excited about this a lot more than the Exploder one. I feel like the Exploder one's just overtuned and probably just going to get nerfed. Whereas this one, I really don't know if they're going to nerf this one because it's feels sort of like sleeper insane. It's a really good ability, but how it interacts with everything is what makes it crazy. You know, you just get more rage to spend on I don't know, it just works so well. And your Kyrian rotation is going to feel so much better because a lot of the time in Kyrian rotation, why it feels so much worse than what's it called? Uh, Venthyr is because there's periods of time where you just have no button to press, but you always have a high impact button to press now. You're going to overpower, which does like, you know, then you hit Immortal Strike, and then you have a second overpower. Feels excellent. Feels absolutely insane. So yeah, get excited, guys. This is really cool changes. I wonder if they'll bring these into PvP. What do you guys think? Do you reckon we're gonna get nerfs somewhere else to make up for these legendaries coming in? Because this kind of changes a lot. These are insane legendaries. All right, guys, take it easy. Peace.